Oh, let me check if anybody's watching because I'm gonna start. I have to see if there's anybody in the even in the chat room before I start. Oh, hi, Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. I had to start over. I had technical problems. I had to start it over again. And so this is my first time live streaming at night. Usually I live stream in the afternoon. So I'm just trying to see what the traffic, what kind of if I get more people at night. I've heard that some people when they have live streams at night they get more people. I'm going to be doing an alcohol ink painting, landscapes. I wanted to get started when a few more people come in the room, but welcome. Are you an artist, Melissa? Are you an artist, Melissa? More people are used to coming, but having you come on or something? Oh, let me check the chat. Just a minute. Yes, I had to start again because I'm filming with my phone and my phone was stuck in the vertical mode and it was going to film vertically and vertically is no good. I need to film horizontally. And when that happens, this happened to me 2 times. This happened to me the time before last and the people that know technical things, they told me, yeah, I had to start over again. Oh, you didn't get the notification on the first one, but you did on this one. Okay. And you like to play around with art. Yeah. That's good. I've been doing art my whole life. I've sold some pieces. I went to school for art. The alcohol ink painting, though, I don't have much experience with. I don't have a whole lot of experience with this alcohol ink painting, so it's a little bit daunting to me. And you are. You have a gnome, like a three-dimensional ceramic gnome, and it broke, and now you're repairing it. And you say it looks like a hippie. Oh, so he's an old gnome. Like you keep him in your garden or something? A garden gnome. It shows we have 2 people in here. You're the only one chatting though. Oh, now we have 3 people. Yeah, I was just, for those people that, please introduce yourself. If you just came in the room, please introduce yourself so I know when to get started. I just was waiting for a few more people to come in the room before I get started with the alcohol ink landscape painting. Oh, you did a couple tutorials with Cinnamon Cooney? Oh, right. I love the Art Sherpa. That's also known as Cinnamon Cooney, the Art Sherpa. Yeah, I've done tutorials with her too. Oh yes, and I've done more with Cinnamon Cooney than I have with her mother. Her mother's actually Ginger Cook. That's her mother. And I've only looked at I've only done like one tutorial with her. Oh, you repainted it to look the gnome to look like a hippie. Oh, okay. Oh, a garden gnome. Okay, right. Oh, yeah, so 10 years old. So he got faded and stuff in the garden. Okay, it shows 3 people are watching. I guess they don't want to speak up in the chat. I was going to get started. I just want to say I'm not an expert at alcohol ink painting. I'm kind of experimenting. I'm experimenting with them. I've done a few paintings. And today I'm challenging myself. I'm going to do some landscape paintings with the alcohol ink. So I hope you can. I hope that you enjoy watching this and learning, because I can teach you a little bit about alcohol ink, whatever I know. So Melissa, are you ready for me to get started? Oh, look at the light. I have 2 lights on it, and here it looks like it's bright, but on camera the light should be better. But this is my first time live streaming at night. Usually I live stream in the afternoon. I was trying to see if I get more people at night or whatever. More people or fewer people, or most people are used to me live streaming at 11 o'clock on Thursdays and 3 p.m. on Sundays. Okay, I'm gonna get started. And I'm sure more people will come in the room. Here is I have reference. Here's my reference photograph. And this is a copyright-free image from Pixabay.com. You can get copyright-free images. So here's my reference photo for this landscape. Sunset with everything in silhouette, which should be easy. I'm going to start out easy and simple. So the kind of paper I'm using, you can either use Yupo paper, which is actually just plastic paper. It's not real paper, it's plastic. Alcohol ink paints work best on non-porous surfaces. You can even paint on ceramic tiles, glass, metal. And Yupo paper is pretty expensive, so I've been recommended this Kirkland photo paper. You get 150 sheets for just about $30, which is a lot better, a lot cheaper than Yupo paper. And it's the back side of the photo paper that I'm using, not the glossy side. And it's supposed to work just as well as Yupo paper and a lot less expensive. Oh, Melissa, you're paying attention. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with orange and yellow. And if you want to start off with alcohol inks, I recommend this set of the Pinata. That's the brand name Pinata. And it comes with a set of all these different colors. But I've taken the colors out. But it comes in a set like this, which is a good thing. Nice starter kit. So I'm going to start with yellow, orange, I put tape there where the horizon line is. Now I'm going to get my eyedropper for the alcohol. Not 91% alcohol is the best one to use. Not 70%. That's no good. 91% or more. I'm manipulating the inks now by moving this. There's different ways. You can use a can of air. I got that. I got, you can use the blow dryer on cool setting. You can just manipulate them by moving this, by moving the surface. Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. I'm dropping on alcohol to help it spread, to help it move. All right, now the thing is, it should be darker at the top. If you look at this reference photo, it's more orangey at the top, and it gets lighter at the bottom. So I'm gonna try, I might try some magenta, a little bit of magenta at the top. There's so many different ways to use alcohol ink. Oh, I've watched a lot of videos. There's so many different ways. If you watch too many videos, you'll get confused. All right, that's kind of cool because keep it horizontal, not vertical. Don't drip it vertical, because that's, even though I don't have to make it look exactly like the photograph. And I think I need more orange in there. Let me check the chat. Let me see if anybody else has come in. Now that looks pretty much like a sunset sky. Let me check the chat. Oh, the Right's Way, welcome. Welcome to the Right's Way who came in. Yes, I'm not an expert on alcohol ink painting. I do know quite a bit about acrylic painting and a lot more about watercolor painting. So the alcohol ink painting is rather new for me, and I'm experimenting. I really don't want those drips right there. So everything is dissolved and used with 91% isopropyl alcohol. That's what you use, no, not water. My sunset sky was fine, and then it started dripping down. I don't want the drips down. Like, that's fine. If the movement goes like this, horizontal, that's fine. If it stays like that. And I think I'm gonna get my the dryer out and on a cool setting. On a cool setting, I at least want to dry it right down here near the horizon line. I'm trying to think. No, I might want to let that sit. I should start working at the bottom here now. Right, here's my reference photo. I'm not going to make it look exactly like this, but that's my reference photo. And it's almost the same colors there in the sky are in the water as well. I have filled this bottle with alcohol ink. I mean, not alcohol ink, alcohol. 91% isopropyl. And I'm spraying the paper. And I'm just the water is just the same color as the sky, but with different texture. So I'm going to start off with orange again. Add drops of alcohol, 91%. There, the problem is this is wet up here. Let me get my canned air. Here's another way to manipulate the ink was with the canned air. Because right now I didn't want to move it too much because the sky was still drying. I'm gonna get, see, with my canned air I'm gonna try to dry this up here. Let's see if it's set. It's weird, this can of air is like freezing cold. It almost has frost on the outside. I might have that, and then the pressure of this is going down. I wanted to use the can of air first because the blow dryer is louder. And I don't know how to, I can't take my camera off the stand and mute it. So it's just going to be a little loud. Now I can work on the water down here, but I couldn't move this. I could not move this around to manipulate the ink while this is still wet up here. I'm gonna check the chat and see who else has come in the room. Oh, welcome, John Klopp. Oh, Domar, is it Domar or Dormar? Dromar. It's the Dromar family. Welcome. Oh, hi, Cliff. Welcome, Cliff. Oh, and John Klopp, you told me that your daughter would want to probably use the Magicals pigmented powder that I have used before in the past. My email address is in my about section of my channel, of my YouTube channel, so you can email me and I could give you more information about the Magicals pigmented powders that you said your daughter would probably love trying. Yeah, just email me. Like I said, I told you where my email address is. Dromar, the Dromar. Thank you, Dromar family. Welcome. So, I want to try to do the bottom. I'm going to start with the bottom here before I take this tape off. The tape is where the horizon line is. That's taping off where the horizon line is. But here's my reference photo. So you can see the sky is the same color as the water, just different texture. And you can see I'm not going to make it exactly like the photograph. It's basically going to be a sunset with the silhouetted plants and bushes. So I'm going to try to do some of the water now. Orange, yellow, I'm dropping on 91% isopropyl alcohol. Now I'm going to manipulating it by moving it and add more alcohol where needed. So I really don't want to move vertical. The water runs horizontal. So I'm just going to go back and forth horizontal. Okay, some more yellow and orange up here. Oh, look at that. The tape didn't even hold. It went under the tape. But at least it kept a line there. But the ink went under the tape, but at least that line, that did manage to keep a horizon line there. Back to yellow. I just want to say again, I'm not an expert at using alcohol ink paintings. I'm using alcohol ink. I have a lot more experience with watercolor and acrylic and also oil and even encaustic, wax encaustic paint. So I had bought these a few months ago and like had not been using them and thought, okay, I don't want them just sitting on the shelf collecting dust. So I've gotten them out recently. To play or work with them. So I'm going to take up some of this alcohol ink and put a circle like where the sun goes. I can remove ink. It's forgiving like that. You can remove the ink. It's not like watercolor that you can't remove it. So I'm going to use a Q-tip. You can probably take a few times. Not just one, it's going to take a few, but it will totally come up. It will totally come off. I have to probably keep changing Q-tips. And I know that some colors are harder to get up than others. So that might be the problem right here. But this might be one of those colors that actually stain the paper and harder to get up to get back total to the white paper. Yeah, trying to make that surface texture of the water. And I do have white alcohol ink. Maybe the white, actually just using straight white. I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna dry that a little. Let's see, should I dry that? Of course, I want a softer edge here. What happened right there? Okay. Here's my reference photo. It's not looking exactly like it, but I'm not trying to make it look like a photograph, but it's basically the sunset right now. And then in silhouette, I'm making the dark bush, the silhouette, black bushes and grasses. But let me check the chat. It's out of view. Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was out of view. Oh, John, you're surprised you remember you saying that? Yeah, for some reason it sticks in my mind that you said that about your daughter. Oh, thank you. I appreciate everybody that is visited and still here. Thank you very much. It's my first time live streaming at night. I was trying out a different time of day. Usually I live stream like on Thursdays at 11 in the morning and Fridays 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Sundays. I'm going to dry this now. I appreciate everybody that's visited and staying. And let's see. I am not an expert at alcohol ink painting. I bought these a few months ago. I do have quite a lot of experience with acrylic painting and watercolor painting and some oil painting. So this was sitting on my shelf in a box and not being used, so I just got them out a few weeks ago and was trying to start using them. I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos on how to use them, and unlike watercolors, you can lift the paint back up. Watercolor paint, you can't remove the paint once it's down. But with alcohol ink painting, yes, you can lift the paint back up. I'm using a cotton swab dipped with alcohol because I want it lighter right here. It certainly is a process, and if you don't get it the way you want it the first time, you just keep working it and reworking it to get it the way you want, because you don't always get it the way you want the first time. That's That's probably with any kind of art form. And then the more practice you have, the better you get. Right here, I just like to add some yellow right here with a paintbrush. I'm not going to drop it on this time. It's kind of hard having everybody see like my mistakes. Watch me make mistakes. Watch me work on this. I'm used to making video. I'm kind of new to live streaming, and I've made tons of videos. But this is probably my 7th live stream I've ever done. I'm probably about my 7th live stream I've done, and I've done like 285 videos. 285 videos and new to live streaming, so it's kind of nerve-wracking to have people watch me make mistakes and working on something till I get it, working on something till I get it the way I want. And then you watch and see what we call in art the ugly stages. I actually, in live stream, the people are going to be watching me going through the ugly stages of a painting. So I do have white ink. I might try that. The next step is here's my reference photo again. It's a sunset over the water, and the sky and the water are practically the same color. And now just silhouette of black or dark brown black grasses and bushes. The thing with alcohol ink, it does make hard edges. Not always, but it can make yes, of course you can have the ethereal edges, but here it's making that hard edge, but so some colors do stain. I'm going to get the white ink out. I want to see how the white ink behaves. White alcohol ink. See how that works. Welcome, Artsy Studios. So glad you could make it. So glad everybody could make it tonight. Welcome, Artsy Studios, and oh, John said, just pretend we're not here. Oh yeah, let's just pretend you're not there. Oh, right. Yes, that's what it is. Ocean sunset. And I'm about to add a silhouette. The dark silhouettes of bushes and grasses. Oh, I wanted to see how the white ink works. I'm trying the alcohol white straight white alcohol ink and see how this works. Oh, mixing. It's mixing with it. And yeah, instead of going over top. Let's see, in here. Can I add anything? It doesn't it's not like acrylic paint. Like, look, with acrylic paint, if I did white right there, it would show up really white. So, this alcohol ink white behaves a lot different than acrylic white. Really different. Okay, here's my reference photo. And this is a copyright-free image from Pixabay.com. So I'm ready to add the silhouette of the bushes and grasses soon. I was still going to try to do some work right in here. And maybe the sky needs some more orange. Oh, sorry, I have to pour more alcohol. 91% isopropyl alcohol in my cups. It's 91%. Not 70% does not work well. It should be 91% or greater. All right, so there's a little bit more orange in the sky. This should not be vertical there, because all the water is horizontal. Right here, I'm not concerned because it's going to get covered by a bush. Oh, thank you, Artsy Studios. I have a video coming out soon, everybody, where I did a collaboration with Artsy Studios, and we challenged each other to do recreate famous masterpieces, and that video will be coming out soon. You have to use the cool setting because heat would buckle this. Because this is not real paper, it's actually plastic paper. It's a non-porous surface. Alcohol inks mostly work on a non-porous surface. Even glass, metal, ceramics. Okay, I'm looking for my brown or black right now. I think I'm going to use brown. First start with brown, and if brown doesn't make enough contrast, then I will do the black on top. And in fact, a layer of brown and a layer of black would be more interesting anyway, instead of just straight black. All right, I'm going to create this shrubbery. In the past, I've used a sea sponge. When I paint with acrylics, I've used a sea sponge, and I'm trying a sea sponge today. Sea sponge, using it with alcohol ink. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Oh, sorry. I better not pound that because I can see it's moving the camera. I'm using quite a bit of brown ink to do this. And I think black will be good to do next. Black, we need more contrast, so the black will be needed. Now that's pretty good contrast with that black. And now I can add, I could go back to the bushes, but I'm gonna switch over to the grass now. The silhouette of the grass. I am gonna add some down here though, to get it started for the grass. Oh, thank you for everybody that's still here and who came by and visited today. So I'm trying to get the right brush for the grass. I'm gonna try a small angle brush. Not sure. Let's see. Can I drag some of this? No, it won't drag. I have to get more ink. that was diluted black, so I need regular black. This will be kind of good because it'll kind of look like the ones that are maybe a little bit more in the distance, the light ones that are in the distance. Oh, there we go. And it's hard to get an idea since we have all this going on here, right here. I think I just need to dry it a little. Oh yes, thank you. Please remember to put a thumbs up. Please remember to put a thumbs up. Thank you, Cliff, for reminding everybody. This one I could come back to, but it's like it's finished for now. And the thing is, I would have to see. I'd have to look at it with fresh eyes to see if this is finished or whether I should add something more. But I would have to see with it. I'd have to see it with fresh eyes. But to get a better idea of it, it'd be nice to get it off this so we don't see the messy border, painted borders, so we could see it with clean edges instead of the messy work borders. Oh no, I can't turn that over. Okay. Yeah, it's a simple landscape. But since I'm experimenting with these kind of paints, alcohol ink, and they don't act the way that acrylic paints do. So doing simple is best. The other thing I've been doing is some abstracts. So the other day I did flowers. Here's an abstract. You can see the gold. Oh, the gold ink is awesome. This abstract, I did this, and the colors are really nice and vibrant. This abstract too, the gold is so awesome. With like the ethereal edges. This one's probably not finished. That edge needs to be done more. A landscape, the other, like a magical fantasy landscape. I'm gonna check the chat. Oh, thank you, John. Yeah, the abstracts. Thank you for, yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with somehow those turned out too. The pink, purple, blue one. The pink, purple, blue one. It was really pretty. Oh, John, do you mean this one? Somebody, there are two people that keep saying they're going to buy this one and this one. they really like them. They keep saying they're going to buy them, but they haven't paid for them yet. I think I'm gonna end it because doing these are kind of nerve-wracking to me still. Having people watch me make mistakes, it's like it's a little nerve-wracking to me. So so I've been going for about an hour and a half. Yeah, it's fun to do the abstracts because well, you want them to have a sense of balance and everything, but there's less, people aren't looking at it like, oh, you made a mistake, and because they know what they don't know what that's not something realistic that they're looking at. So thank you everybody for coming here. Please, if on your way out, if you forgot, please leave a thumbs up. Thank you so much for coming here. Well, before I wanted to know in the comments, I guess I get a different crowd at night than I would in the afternoon. I guess is this a good time for people to watch a live stream? Like I started at 7. Is that a good time for people? 7 o'clock? I know I get a different crowd than in the afternoon. But let me know right now in the chat, is 7 o'clock a good time for you for live streams? Right. Yeah, I just get a different crowd in the afternoon. I get a lot of people from UK and Europe. Usually if I do it 11 o'clock on Thursdays, I get a different crowd than I would get right now. And I was trying to see, would I get more people at night than in the afternoon? And I did not get more people tonight than I would in the afternoon. It's almost about the same the same amount of people. My next time live streaming is going to be Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, on your way out, please, and thanks, Artsy Studio, and oh yeah, thank you everybody for your kind comments. And if you forgot to leave a thumbs up on your way out. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay. Right, different people said different things about what time of day is good for them, yeah. Okay, thanks so much for coming, and leave a thumbs up on your way out. And I hope you catch me on Sunday for my live stream on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what the topic's going to be, what kind of art I'll be doing yet. Oh, it was nice seeing you here, Cliff. I'll probably see you over at Bobby's later.